Hello, children. Welcome you all to ninth Standard English class. We're continuing the lesson Storyteller written by H. Munro. The Bachelor was narrating a story of a girl called Bertha who was horribly good. She won several medals for obedience, punctuality, and good behavior. Prince, who came to know about this, allowed Bertha to walk in his park once in a week. Bachelor also stated that there were no sheep in the park nor a clock in his palace, as Prince's mother had a dream that her son would be either killed by a sheep or else by the clock. Bachelor said that there were variety of pigs and filled with children's mind describing the park's treasures such as variety of fishes, beautiful parrots, hummingbirds, etc. Bertha was feeling proud of herself and enjoying the beauty of the park. Just then, an enormous wolf came in, prowling in search of its supper. Today, I'll be reading from point number 51. Please follow as I read, children. What color was it? Asked the children, amid an immediate quickening of interest. Mud color all over, with a black tongue and pale grey eyes that gleamed with unspeakable ferocity. The first thing that it saw in the park was Bertha. Her pinafore was so spotlessly white and clean that it could be seen from a great distance. Bertha saw the wolf and saw that it was stealing towards her. And as she began to wish that she had never been allowed to come into the park, she ran as hard as she could, and the wolf came after her with a huge leaps and bounds. She managed to reach a shrubbery of myrtle bushes, and she hid herself in one of the thickest of the bushes. The wolf came sniffing among the branches, its black tongue lolling out of its mouth, and its pale grey eyes glaring with rage. Bertha was terribly frightened and thought to herself, if I had not been so extraordinarily good, I should have been safe in the town at this moment. However, the scent of the myrtle was so strong that the wolf could not sniff out where Bertha was hiding, and the bushes were so thick that he might have hunted about in them for a long time without catching sight of her. So he thought he might as well go off and catch a little pig instead. Bertha was trembling very much at having the wolf prowling and sniffing so near her, and as she trembled, the medal for obedience clinked against the medals for good conduct and punctuality. The wolf was just moving away when he heard the sound of the medals clinking and stopped to listen. They clinked again in a bush quite near him. He dashed into the bush, his pale grey eyes gleaming with ferocity and trump, and dragged Bertha out and devoured her to the last morsel. When Bachelor said that an enormous wolf had been in search of its supper, children were eager to know the color of the wolf. So Bachelor said that wolf was mud color with a black tongue and pale grey eyes, gleamed with unspeakable ferocity. Wolf saw Bertha, who was wearing spotless white dress. And once of a sudden, Bertha saw the wolf which was prowling towards her and started running to escape. But the wolf came after her with a huge leaps and bounds. She managed to reach the shrubbery myrtle bushes and hid herself in one of the thickest bushes. So, what do we mean by myrtle, children? Myrtle means evergreen shrub with the white flowers and purple berries. The wolf came sniffing, but it was unable to trap Bertha. The scent of myrtle was so strong that the wolf turned back to catch its prey of a pig. But suddenly, medals of Bertha clinked against each other, and the wolf, which was just moving away, heard the sound of the medals clinking quite near the bush. Wolf dashed into the bush, dragged Bertha out, and devoured her to the last morsel. Here, devoured refers to eat greedily. Morsel means small pieces of food. Moving on to the last part. All that was left of her were her shoes, bits of clothing, and the 3 medals for goodness. Were any of the little pigs killed? No, they all escaped. The story began badly, said the smaller of small girls. But it had a beautiful ending. It is the most beautiful story that I ever heard, said the bigger of small girls with an immense decision. It is the only beautiful story I have ever heard, said Cyril. A dissentient opinion came from the aunt. A most improper story to tell to young children. You have undermined the effect of years of careful teaching. At any rate, said the bachelor, collecting his belongings preparatory to leaving the carriage, I kept them quiet for 10 minutes, which was more than you were able to do. Unhappy woman, he observed to himself as he walked down the platform of Templecombe station. For the next 6 months or so, those children will assail her in public with demands for an improper story. Difficult words which we come across here are dissentient, which means different. Next one, undermined, which means damaged. Third one, assail, which means attack violently. Wolf attacked Bertha, and only her shoes, bits of clothing, and 3 medals for goodness were remaining. Children inquired whether any pigs were killed, for which Bachelor said that they had all escaped. The smaller of the small girl was busy singing the first line of the song. With song children, on the road to Mandalay, exclaimed that even though the story began sadly, it had a beautiful ending. The bigger of the small girls, with an immense decision, said that it was the most beautiful story that she had ever heard. Cyril also said that it was the only beautiful story that he had ever heard. But a different opinion came from the aunt. With a sad as well as an angry note, she says that it was an improper story to tell to the young children. Because all these years she had taught that if you do good, you will get good in return. In Bachelor's story, even though Bertha was good, she had to face a fatal death. Hence, Bachelor had damaged the effect of years of careful teaching. Bachelor, collecting his belongings, says that whatever it may be the method, but he was able to keep the children quiet for 10 minutes than what the aunt was not able to do. He murmured himself that she was an unhappy woman and was thinking about children who may insult her in public for not being a good storyteller. Did you enjoy the story, children? Yes. Now it's the time for the assignment. First one. When did Bertha begin to wish that she had never been allowed into the park? Second. What was Aunt's reaction to the bachelor's story? Thank you, children. Have a good day.